Good evening everyone, Apple45 here. So, we are currently in the Marvel season, which means we're probably gonna get a bunch of Marvel skins throughout the season. So I thought I'd tell you all which Marvel character I want to see the most in Fortnite. But if you want to support me, please consider using code Apple45 in the Fortnite item shop. So first off, I really want to see Ultron get a skin in the game. Ultron is one of my favorite Marvel villains, so I would absolutely love to see him in the game. He would also look really cool, and you can also see Ultron's head in the display case in Castle Doom. So Epic has a model of his head, so that could make it more likely for him to get a skin, even though he's probably dead though. Now the second character I want to see in the game is actually 4 characters, and that is the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four is one of Marvel's most iconic superhero teams, and Doctor Doom started out as a Fantastic Four villain, so they would fit in perfectly this season. And in Castle Doom you can see all 4 of them, although most of them are dead though. But I still hope they'll get skins in the game soon. And for Reed Richards, I think his pickaxe could be his hands big and stretched out, and his glider could be his hands stretched out to look like a glider. We could also get a mythics that make your arms stretch out, and you can stretch your legs to reach higher up places. Sue Storm could have an invisibility mythic that would make you invisible, but it needs to be better than Mysterio's medallion though. For Johnny Storm, I think we could get a flame on mythic where you light on fire and you can shoot fire at people and fly. And finally, I think the Thing could get a mythic with his strength. I don't really know what else to give him. Now, I would also love to see the Punisher get a skin. I don't know much about the Punisher, but his design is pretty cool. And he's probably one of the Marvel characters that fits the most in this game. Next up, I think a Miss Marvel skin would be really cool. I really like the character and I love her suit. So I would love to see Miss Marvel get a skin in this game. And I think Miss Marvel has some cool potential with her pickaxe. It would be cool if her pickaxe was just her arm but big and stretched out, just like I said with Reed Richards. Next up, I think Null will make an amazing skin. His design is just so cool, and he's the god of all symbiotes. So perhaps we could get some other symbiote skins along with him. And his pickaxe could easily be his sword, and perhaps even the mythic as well. Next up, I think Nightcrawler would make an amazing skin. I don't know that much about the character, but his design is very cool. And I think we could get a teleportation mythic with the skin as well. Next up, we have Vision. And I love Vision a lot, so I would love to see him get a skin in the game. And perhaps he could have a mythic where you are able to shoot lasers from your forehead, phase through objects, and fly. Although that might be a bit overpowered though. Next up, I think Spider-Man Noir will make an amazing skin. And he's definitely the Spider-Man character that fits the most in this game, since he uses guns occasionally. And perhaps he could have a mythic drum gun. I'm also gonna talk about a lot of Spider-Man skins now, so I think it would be awesome if Epic brought back the web shooter mythic. Next up, I think Penny Parker would make a really cool skin. I just love her design, and she could have a separate edit style for her robot, and a built-in emo where she enters her robot. Next up, I would love to see a Spider-Punk skin. So ever since Across the Spider-Verse came out, I've fallen in love with this character. So I would love to see him in the game. And his pickaxe and backbling could be his guitar. And I think it would be so cool if Epic reskinned the Ride the Lightning mythic and turned it into Spider-Punk's guitar. Next up, I think Silk will make a great skin. I don't really know much about the character, but I really like her design and I would love to see her get a skin in the game. Next up, I would love to see a Superior Spider-Man skin in the game. His design is just super cool, and I think they can make his backbling and glider kind of similar to Iron Spider's backbling and glider. Next up, I think Agent Venom will make a great skin. I love the character and his design, and I definitely think they should bring back or reskin the Venom symbiote mythic for Agent Venom. And for the last Spider person, I think Mayday Parker would be really cool. I think her design is just super cool, and I think she's a pretty good character. Now, even though we're done with the Spider people, it doesn't mean we're done with Spider-Man related characters. There's a lot of characters I want to see from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, but I decided to just do 3 of them. And the first one I want to see in the game is Dr. Octopus. Of course he needs a skin in the game. He's one of Spider-Man's most iconic villains. I think his only difficulty would be his mechanical arms, but I'm sure Epic can figure out something. Next up, I would love to see the Lizard in the game. He's just such a cool character and he's got a cool design. As long as we look at the comic version and not the Amazing Spider-Man version, it will just look so good in the game. And last but not least, I think the Spot will make a super cool skin. The Spot is probably in my top 3 favorite Spider-Man villains of all time. I just fell in love with him after Across the Spider-Verse came out. I didn't even know who he was before he was revealed to be that movie's villain. But I would buy him instantly if he got a skin. So those were the Marvel characters I want to see get a skin the most in this game. Now, was this video just an excuse for me to talk about Marvel? Yes it was. But anyways, what Marvel characters do you want to see the most in Fortnite? Let me know in the comments below. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!